Good evening and welcome to the annual meeting for the Saratoga Economic Development Corporation. I'd now call this meeting to order. It's my pleasure to welcome some special guests from government to this event this evening. We have Town of Clifton Park Supervisor and Chairman of the County Board of Supervisors, Phil Barrett, in the room. We have Saratoga Springs City Supervisor and Vice Chair of the County Board of Supervisors, Matt Veach, in the room. Town of Charlton Supervisor, Joe Grasso. Town of Wilton Supervisor, John Lant. The all-important County Administrator, Steve Bulger. And County Deputy Administrator Ridge Harris. From the City of Saratoga, we have Mayor John Safford and Commissioner of Finance Manita Sanve. I'd also like to acknowledge my fellow colleagues on the SEDC Board of Directors, Doug Ford, Mike Relier, Ryan Shaw, David Collins, Cindy Hollowood, Zach Manns, Tom Samuscott, and Charlie Waite Jr. Now what I'd like to do is take the opportunity to recognize one of our very important, impactful board members that served on our board since 2006, Cindy Hollowood. Cindy has decided to move on from the board, and you know it's going to leave us a big space to fill. Cindy's been one of the most impactful board members I think that this board has ever seen. Everyone in this room knows that SEDC's had some ups and downs in the last 18 years. I think we all know that here, but Cindy would come to every special board meeting, every committee meeting. Anytime there was something that the board really needed to vet out and think about, her insight, her leadership knowledge, she would challenge anybody's thoughts. She'd never be afraid to vote no. She really brought a lot to the board and has had a tremendous impact on SEDC coming out of some of these challenges as strong as it has. So other than just being a delight to serve with on a board, her impact we probably wouldn't be here if she hadn't served all those 18 years. So thank you, Cindy. If you could come up for a minute. We just have a little offer of gratitude for your time. And
so much. Thank you.
If you'd like to speak, you're welcome to. Sure.
Not at all planned, so this is quite a surprise, but I'm happy to see so many people in the room. I'm happy to see that our attendance tonight is nearly double what it was just a year ago, and our membership continues to grow, new and old members, and I see only great things for SEDC as we go forward. So, and it's been a privilege to be a part of every bit of it, up and down. Thank you.
All right, so that does it for me. So I'd now like to welcome our SEDC Operations Manager, Patty Beatty.
Thank you, John. Good evening again, welcome. It's my pleasure to welcome our recent new member stakeholders to SEDC. They are also identified by their yellow highlighted name tags. Please make an effort to introduce yourselves and make them feel welcome. Our new members this year are Active Solar Development, Advanced Testing, BN Communications, the Connors Agency, DeGraff Bloom Construction Group, Empire State University, JAG Construction Company, Jersen Construction Group, the law firm of Jones Steves Grassi, Northeast Promo, Ruin Realty, Saratoga County Chamber of Commerce, Saratoga Performing Arts Center, and UHY Advisors of New York. I also have the pleasure of recognizing SEDC's major stakeholders. Each of these companies support the mission of SEDC at a very high economic level. Stonebridge Iron and Steel, Janitronics, Global Foundries, GA Bow Fuels, and DA Collins Companies. And certainly last but not least, our member sponsors for tonight's event, Saratoga County, Lemery Chrysler, Saratoga County IDA, SUNY Adirondack Community College, Saratoga Prime Properties, DeCrescenti Distributing, Curtis Lumber, Clifton Park IDA, BBL Construction Services, RASP Incorporated, First National Bank of Scotia, Mechanicville Stillwater IDA, Janitronics, Global Foundries, Munter Enterprises, Boston Spa National Bank, TD Bank, Turner Construction, Continuum Commercial Realty, Discover Saratoga, and Faye Falvo Rispoli with RE/MAX. Thank you all for your economic support for this evening's event and your encouragement for SEDC's daily efforts. I now like to present to you Ryan Shaw with our Treasurer's Report.
Good evening. As the Treasurer of the Board of Directors, one of my duties is to report to the members on the financial condition of the organization. And while I keep things brief, the one question you may have is this organization in a strong, healthy financial position? The answer is a resounding yes. We have a stable balance sheet that puts the financial foundation of the organization well equipped for 2024, as well as to propel us into 2025 and beyond. I would like to very briefly walk you through our 2024 budget, as was approved by the Board of Directors at our October 2023 meeting. Don't worry, there's only 3 of these slides and they will go quick. You can see that our overall revenue is budgeted to be a touch over $1 million. The revenue can be categorized into 3 core areas. First and foremost, a third of our revenue comes from our member stakeholders, such as yourselves. Without your generous support and investment, not only would we not be able to hold events like tonight, but we wouldn't be nearly as successful as the organization that we can be. So thank you. Another third of our revenue comes from 2 areas: fundraising events, such as the pickleball and the golf outing that you can see that we'll be holding over the summer. And additionally, from the IDA, as we bring in new businesses and jobs to our beautiful community. Our last third, but certainly not our least, is our revenue from the county. It is because of their partnership and continued support, we can continue our mission here at the SEDC, and we thank them for that continued support. On the next slide, you can see that our overall operating expenses are also a touch over $1 million. One of our 2 largest expenses as an organization is our investment into our staff here at the SEDC. We believe this is a prudent investment, as they are the boots on the ground, and the ones dedicated to driving more business and jobs into our local economy. Our second largest expense, as you can see, is marketing. This is the entity's edict to showcase what our local community has to offer to other businesses outside of our county, outside of our state, and outside of the country. And so this too is a prudent investment by the organization. On the final slide, you'll see that our overall net profit is $1,000. We consciously try to be as efficient as possible with our investment from the community, and we certainly believe that you can appreciate that. Lastly, we are up to date with all regulatory, grant, and tax filings, and so with that, I would like to go ahead and introduce Zach Mans from our nominating committee.
It's my pleasure to recommend to the membership the following individuals to serve the position of director for the Saratoga Economic Development Corporation for the 3-year period ending March 31st, 2027. Representing Discover Saratoga, Daryl Legere. Representing Curtis Lumber and a current board member, Doug Ford. And representing Malta Development Company and a current board member, Tom Samuscott. May I have a motion to accept the report of the nominating committee? And a second? Thank you very much. Any opposed? All in favor? Any abstain? Motion is carried. Thank you all very much. Congratulations to Daryl, our new board member, and Doug and Tom. It's now my pleasure it's my pleasure to introduce our President, Chief Executive Officer, Greg Connors. Thank you.
Well, good evening once again. And first, I'd like to thank each one of you for your attendance and your interest in attending this evening. It means a lot to all of us. SEDC is constantly marketing our county within the state, the nation, and internationally, and by extension, the economic opportunities provided by each of you, our member stakeholders. We thought it might interest you to view one of our marketing pieces.
I'm Greg Connors. I'm the president of the Saratoga Economic Development Corporation, commonly known as SEDC. Welcome to Saratoga County, where we enjoy strong commercial growth, thriving local economy from global foundries, among the largest and most successful economic development projects in New York State history, to thriving family farms. At SEDC, our trained and experienced economic development professionals, supported by our members, regional professional service stakeholders, are ready to assist in site selection, navigation of incentives, and representation with the government approval process. We are proud that Saratoga County is home to friendly people, thriving tourism, and among the lowest county tax rates in New York State. A great place to live, work, and raise a family. Come join us. Saratoga County is open for business, and SEDC is ready to help.
Thank you. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the hard work and the professional efforts of your SEDC staff and our event consultants that has made this evening's event enjoyable and informative. Please acknowledge with your applause SEDC Operations Manager, who we've already heard from, Patty Beatty. Our Member Stakeholder Services Coordinator, Vicki Niles, who's now winging her way to Italy, of all places. Our Special Projects Event Coordinator, Joanne Kirkpatrick. Joanne, thank you. And our Special Events Consultants, Keith Van Vechten and Representative BN Communications, Lee Hornbeck. In 2023, SEDC enjoyed record success, and in cooperation with our IDAs, with the support by Chairman Rod Sutton and the Saratoga County IDA, Chairman Todd Hess and the Clifton Park IDA, and Chairwoman Sally Herrick and the Mechanicsville-Stillwater IDA, SEDC enabled just under $270 million in new investment with the creation of 629 new jobs and the retention of 235 existing jobs right here in Saratoga County. Let's give all of us a nice round of applause. Last year, with the authorization by the Board of Directors, SEDC commissioned member stakeholder Camoin Associates to provide a report on the condition of the Saratoga County economy. The last update for SEDC performed by Camoin was in 2014. And in 2014, the analysis was limited to both the industrial and manufacturing sectors. In this most recent report, I instructed Camoin to expand that search criteria, in addition to industrial and manufacturing, to include commercial, life sciences, agriculture, and the equine sectors. It is important to note that the equine sector analysis does not include the economic impact of the Saratoga Racecourse. That impact was identified in the recent analysis of the tourism industry here in Saratoga County, commissioned by the County IDA and published last fall. These 5 sectors accounted for 42% of the county's jobs, 71% of the earnings, and 64% of the related industry sales through 2022 and early 23. The remaining 58% of the workforce is distributed between government, healthcare, social assistance, and tourism. Illustrated on this slide is a breakdown by sector, the fiscal benefits generated by the county, in the county by each of the 5 sectors analyzed. Approximately $162.8 million measured by both sales tax generated and property tax paid, all of which in contribution to the Saratoga County economy. For that same period, 2013 through October of 2023, our county labor force grew by 5.2% from 117,000 to 124,000 people with jobs working every day in the county. In that same span, the county unemployment rate declined from 6% to an estimated and current 2.7%, with the spike to 6% in 2020 due obviously to the pandemic. Saratoga County has the 5th lowest taxes in the state and is one of only 3 counties in the state with the lowest 3% sales tax. County residents enjoy above average incomes and below average poverty when compared to the rest of New York State. The median household income is just over $90,000 versus a statewide average of $77,000. The county's poverty rate is 6.38%, less than half the statewide average, which is 13.45%. Together with an above-average home ownership rate of 65% of all owner-occupied housing units versus the 45% statewide average, the median sale price for all types of residential properties in Saratoga County was $410,000. compared to $370,000 statewide, approximately 10% higher than the statewide median sale price. County residents also have a short commute, with roughly 40% of our residents commuting less than 10 miles to work. An electronic copy of the executive summary of this report will be available for all our member stakeholders to read in greater detail at your convenience. Watch your monthly newsletter and our website for the link. Just a few of our 2024 goals and objectives. Recruit new members. And for that, we're asking for each of your help. If you propose an organization, business, or individual for SEDC membership and they join, your name will be placed into a drawing for a $2,000 travel voucher. The winner will be drawn at our holiday event in December. All you need to do to register is to call the SEDC office. In an effort to further support our current member stakeholders, tonight we're announcing 2 new member benefits. Our first is a member-to-member virtual lunch series, 1 hour of interactive learning and training modules sponsored and facilitated by member stakeholders. And in addition to our monthly SEDC newsletter, an SEDC member stakeholder spotlight. Once each month as a member stakeholder, if you have a particular company event, milestone, training session, or happening of public and community interest, SCDC will publish that opportunity electronically to all of our approximately 250 member stakeholders, in addition to approximately 400 individuals in our constant contact database. Watch your newsletter beginning in May with how you can take advantage of these new no-cost member benefits. We also plan to review our SCDC bylaws and update where needed, expand our investment sectors beyond just industrial and manufacturing to include commercial, life sciences, agriculture, and equine, engage with our community and business stakeholders on a much more regular and aggressive basis. And as you all know, within the last month, we've relocated our office to Broadway in Saratoga Springs. We acknowledge with grateful appreciation the courtesy and friendship developed with our former landlord and their employees at Quad, and welcome our new relationship with our new landlord, Tom Ruin, and the many community, commercial, retail, and social opportunities on Broadway and downtown Saratoga. Here's a short before and after video of the new digs. Please stop up and visit us when you're in town. We're on the second floor over Ruin Realty on Broadway, across from the City Center. SCDC has a number of fundraising events scheduled for this year. Details are available on tables throughout this facility. Please pick up a flyer before you leave. We've also decided that a portion of the proceeds raised from each fundraiser will be donated to a local nonprofit organized to support the most needy among us here in Saratoga County. Our first annual pickleball tournament, to be held on June 14th, will support the Franklin Community Center. Opening day at the track and Legends Hall at the 1863 Club will support Captain. Please, if your schedule permits, join us for these fun and community-minded events. Thank you again for your patience, your time, your encouragement, and your commitment to SCDC. This concludes my annual report. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.